So, today's video is about compressor repair. I use it in my bike Xiaomi. Well, what happened? What happened was what was supposed to happen. I broke the USB-C connector. To solder to the plus to the minus, I soldered with 5 volts. Unfortunately, it does not get infected. It can be seen that you need to put this connector completely. The connector here you see here is such a 6-contact one, so to speak. It looks like I ordered the connector. I even ordered 2 types of them in China. But in order for it all to work, you need to charge it somehow already. You see here a group of cogs, one group of cogs the second. I twisted them here, I don't know why. These are the cogs on the back side. Here. Well, to sort it all out, I twisted it. Well, you can see I twisted the extra 3. Unfortunately. So I'm going to stop this whole thing a little bit now. To understand. And then I'll show you how I'm going to finish this thing so that it works. At least so that it works until these connectors arrive from China, so that I try to change them. And even if it doesn't work out to change, then I think it will be possible to charge directly so that this whole thing gets infected, bypassing the charger on the compressor itself. Well, I think that's the right way to do it. I don't know how much it will be given to get it all in life. Well, we'll see. Now I'll show you how to do it. Well, these 4 screws didn't need to be unscrewed. They can be seen holding some kind of internal part there, a mechanism. So I twist them back. So I'll actually show you this one screw. It holds the battery pack. Battery pack. There are a couple of cogs here. Here's not 1, even 2 cogs, I'm sorry. The battery pack is removed, and here it snaps off. Somehow that's how I clicked it off. Clicked off. Here there are 2 batteries 18650, they are connected in series. That is, in principle, if firm here. Here they have some kind of film here. God help me? Firm here, if you output 2 wires somehow. Oh my God. Phew. Yes, it is if you touch this connector with your finger, sometimes turns on. Here he is digital control, in short, everything is fine. Well, that's it. I'm thinking here, either to bring this wire here, back. Which is most likely to be done. I'll solder 2 wires here. Here. And I'll put them on a charge. Here. Now you need to figure out how to get on the back wall. You see, the back wall here is like this. Then it's put something like this here. Then it's put a latch. Here. If it makes sense to try to get here somehow, well, you can probably get here somehow under the engine and output these 2 wires. Here. So that there is charging. Here. Well, when the connector arrives, I'll try to solder it here. Well, in the meantime, this is how it will work. Yeah, I forgot to tell you. The 2 boards are connected by 1 contact. And that's where this mobile contact is here. Somehow here I always somehow manage to close it with my finger, it starts working. Well, that's it. Everything else in the pump works, except for this annoying moment. So I continue shooting. I found this piece of wire. So I'm going to make him look divine a little bit here now. What is it? Is So, 2. So I will divide them into 2 parts. I'll put it on the back. Now I'm just going to solder them there. So I have a soldering iron T12. Well, Java. That's why I've been soldering this connector out here. Oh, the Java is worth the devil. But we need the same thing sooner. Here. What is good is 12, that the sting changes on the move in principle. Well, the main thing is not to touch it with your hands, it would be burning, of course. This is it. So, what's inconvenient is that it squeezed me, then I have nowhere to go. Absolutely. To cool it down. It doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter that everything. And the good thing about this T12 is that it heats up almost instantly. So, unfortunately, we're getting so drunk here. So, probably right here it is necessary to get drunk. Whether it will be possible to get drunk is still a big question, but let's hope that it will come out. Here I hope they will write to me in the comments now how to properly steam up, cook up. Who am I without you guys? I don't know how it's done. Well, I don't know, you know. Please tell me. So be sure to go through and tell us. So, please write to me in the comments what I'm doing wrong. So, this is it? This is where we solder it. Something, but you see, nothing holds. It's not holding up. With acid, I do not want to solder completely. Here. Well, it's holding up. And this one? And this one doesn't hold. These are the batteries, you know, they make Xiaomi that you can't get attached to them. So let's try. Well, I have doubts that I will be able to get attached to this all now. There was hope that it would succeed, but in principle, succeeded. In principle, it would be possible to weld a tape here, of course. But it will no longer be just a collective farm, but some kind of wild collective farm. So, here I am a little bit here. I got drunk somehow. Well, it's holding up. Out. Thank God it's holding up. Now it's here that somehow it's necessary to bring everything out. So that it is somehow there somewhere, probably like this. I don't know if I can stick it in now. Now let's see if it succeeds. Will it be possible to collect it now in such a wonderful way? Oh man, my God. So, this is not how I inserted it, it went awry. Succeeded. That is, here are the wires going. Well, everything is fine. That is, I brought out the wires, now you can fix it all somehow. Twist it back as it was. So, these 2 connectors are the main thing here, then insert it. It's really hard to insert them. Especially insert this connector here. It's a tin, can be said, since they assemble it there at the factory, it's just a big question. Is it inserted into this board? Oh my God, wherever she is. Here it is. See. One connector is fine, and the second one needs to be poked there somehow. They can see some kind of device at that factory, and to do it. Why they do it like that is a mystery to me. Well, although what a mystery. They do it so that this one is thrown out, this Xiaomi. Bought a new Xiaomi, damn it. Here is one that would seem to be somewhat different from the old Xiaomi. So well, you see, this screw could also not be unscrewed. There's no point. This one here is meant. Well, I twisted everything to get there, you know, so that's why these are the tricks. A little strange video. So I twisted it here, I twisted it here. There may be some kind of screw here or there. I'm at a loss for guesses now. Now I'm at a loss to guess what I had here, how it was spinning and where. Unfortunately, I don't shoot videos. I'll try to insert this board. Well, you see 2 screws, 3 even hold this board. So we have 3 screws here, and 4 screws hold the top cover. So, well, this connector is more or less easy to insert. This one is heavier. Probably this is where we'll start inserting it now. I saw here such a technique that you can squeeze it like this and somehow insert it. But it's still a mystery. It's a bit of a mystery to me how they do it. Did not insert. Here it is inserted. So, now you need to insert this connector. Lord, I do not know why they do it so that it is so hard to insert everything. It's a simple mystery to me. Is it really worth saving these 2 millimeters of wire so that a person then suffers with their device? An unfinished Chinese. Naturally unfinished. Here it came out again like that. So I try to insert it again. I inserted the front one, now this one needs to be inserted into the pipe somehow, maybe with a screwdriver. Oh, inserted. You need to squeeze it with a screwdriver. So we turn it on means so. Oh, the device turned on. The compressor is working. Everything is okay. Turning off the device. So now the device is assembling. There are screws of different lengths, of course, as you understand. Here. It may well be that I have screwed up some extra screw here, it will not be collected now. Yes. Everything can be. This one, in my opinion, I personally twisted. Yes. That's where I spun it right here, and he. Or not. God knows. I just didn't spin it. Therefore? So I'm going to get him out of here now. See. Nothing terrible happened. I just screwed the screw in the wrong place. So it's okay. So once. So the screw is already being scrolled here at this place. So just a little bit here you need to insert. Here it is, this board is inserted as it is. There are such puzzles here. Precision, good workmanship, you know. But I think the Chinese have made a terrible constructive decision. Because, first of all, it's all spinning. That is, it is actually disposable, you can say. Here. Well, somehow it's here. For some reason it's here. A dot, it springs terribly so. It's not clear. So well, that's how it turned out. Checking the work. It works. More. All right. Now you need to insert it all into the casing. Well, so that you understand, initially I wanted to drill here, but you see. It turns out that it is still better to pass the wires through the back cover. And by the way, it was possible to check. There are those 7 volts, but here it starts to go sideways. By the way, you see it here, you can output wires through these holes. It would be, in principle, here in the side, it would be possible to bring it out here somehow. Here. Maybe it would be worth doing so. That's how it is. Well, never mind, let's see if it goes back normally or not. You're just one wire, too. I don't know if you can see what I'm shooting there, people won't see it. That's how it inserts, lights up, works, turns off, that is. So now we need to put this lid on here. Probably that's how it will go somehow. So that means. Well, there should be a connector here, it's not there. Because I took him away from here. This is it? Let's see how it is, how it turns out to restore this case. Well, for now, it will be possible to infect like this. You understand. Functionality is important to me, actually. Here, so that this pump works, but how is it already there? It will work out, it will not work out for me in the end. Well, I'm just going to infect it from the power supply. Here's the lab one so far. Well, what to do? That's the compromise, unfortunately. All because I would be soldered to a USB-C, of course. Well, I say I'm desperate. He was just blinking, the indicator didn't work here. Such a mess of trash was. So now I'm going to try to turn it on from the power supply again. There is also such a nameplate, does not give that this is the closure. There are 4 latches, you see it snaps like this, it somehow holds like this. Can we try to get wires out through these holes, will it work? You see, it turns out great. That is, in general, everything turns out more or less neatly. In principle, you can somehow pervert their even charging, and then put well, I don't want to do that. It doesn't make sense. In these miniatures, in this beauty, why is everything? That's so brutal. That's it. You see, this charging has gathered on 2 wires. Turns on. It's slowing down. Super. So now the main thing here is not to short-circuit this case, so I'll do it like this. One is longer, the second is shorter. Here are 2 wires. Here are 2 wires, and we need to take a tester and check what we have. Am I soldered there? Of course, it would be right to do this before. The tester is good, the wires are terrible just for him. Nightmarish. Oh. You see, I wish I could close up like this now. And so it didn't close. Here we have 7 and 97 volts. So minus plus. That is, I tie the minus, so that it is clear right away. Here are such times. In principle, it would be possible to put some kind of connector here. Here you see 7 and 9 volts. That is, to charge it, you need to give 8 and 4 volts, roughly speaking. Well, now I'm going to try to charge it. So show it somehow. So, I connected to the power supply. Here you see what we have. You can put some kind of current limitation here. 6 amperes, that's a lot, we'll put 3 amperes of current limitation. So, the voltage is set to 8.4. Eight and 4, the current is 3 amps and forward. Charging went. Yeah, for complete happiness, you can still put restrictions here. Here's the 12th. Well, that's a lot. 4 amperes maximum. There you go. And so the charger works. She went to charge. At the same time, nothing happened. What will work? It works. Here. Everything works at the same time. Nothing is blinking. It kind of blinked when that's all. Here. I'm showing you what kind of current we get here, right? Here. That is, it's catching up there, see? Up to the specified ones. 4 and 2, right? 10 amperk. It's certainly not enough. Here. Well, it's clear that part of the battery is taken from here now. Somehow it's tricky here. Depending on the resistance. Here are 8 and 05 volts. Well, let's turn it on. Well, you can see what's going on. That is, you can charge this device until it comes to me. Until this happiness arrives to me, all these connectors. Well, I hope it was useful to someone. This is the whole shnyaga thing that I did. The collective farm, of course. Well, what to do with a knife? You have to use it somehow. There you go. Well, I will have a connector of some kind. I will put it, of course, it would be tin simple. Well, there is simply no normal connector at hand. Well, thanks to everyone who watched. Here. Put in the comments, write about USB-C this 6 contact. What they fit there, how do you change it, what do you change, how do you run them without all of these PD, maybe you can somehow run it. Close something there. I don't know. I made it work like this in my forehead. So I remembered that I have such wires here. Some good person once gave me a gift at a metal forum in Ukraine. Thank him very much. I'm going to cut them out now. Yes, just like that from Zayus. Well, come on. The truth is cool, by the way, hear about the divided ones. Well, it's just that it's all zazy like that. Wow. Not too thin, not too thick. It seems to be silicone. Well, it's a pity to tie them up like that, but I just don't have any others. Okay, so. Then some person came to me and wrote in the last video that it was tightened. Listen, people, my whole life is so long, so I shoot what I can. If you don't like not looking. If you like to watch here, write comments. so that you understand all the comments on the channel are on during moderation. Therefore, you can be rude. I'm not even blocking, I'm just erasing this case. It is clear that some may have relatives at the front. Some people just don't want to live. Some do not know what to live for anymore. That's why I understand everything so perfectly, people. If you want to keep yourself in hand, if you don't want to hold on. Well, so that you understand. I can't be bothered with these comments. I didn't care about them, it was all rudeness from a big mountain. Everyone who knows me understands that this is exactly how I say it. That's all. You humiliate yourself with this. That's how I need to find a couple of cambrics here. I'm going to look for it now. So I found a shrink. Now it's all one time. Let's make 2 cambrics. Somehow, these wire cutters have been cutting something badly lately. So out, it doesn't matter. I'll cut it means I don't want to. So, now you can solder it all somehow. So that's it. Chick. Oh. And back it is. It also came back. So here. Or here. So. And here or here. That's how it turns out. You can't do anything. It turns out as it turns out. I use what I have. Because we have a war and it's hard. So now I need a hair dryer. I have a little uncomfortable, but also what it is. There is also a station like this with such a hair dryer. Hatches 702. Well, I don't like to turn it on, use it. That's it. And this is more or less. With a separate compressor. I wanted to buy such a pen now on sale in China. In the final, people write that it somehow works terribly, so I didn't buy it. That's all we have. So, we have. Here, that is, it will no longer short circuit just like that. The connectors are snapped in this way, these here. I've used them a lot of places, by the way. Thermostat, I used them. Well, that's how it will function for now. The main thing is not to close it like that, it will be a lot of fun. Well, that's it. We have what we have. Thanks to everyone who was on the channel, and see you again. Good luck to you.